Taulupe Faletau has broken his arm for the second time in 4 months, and now he's out of the Six Nations, which is causing an injury concern for Wales in the back row. Now, yes, a lot of these young players have come through, like Seb Davies, have come through and really shone and put their hand up for a place, not only in the Six Nations, but in the World Cup. But let's have a quick look at Wales' injury concerns in the back row of late. Obviously, we've just had Faletau, he's broken his arm. Darren Lydiate has torn a bicep. Aaron Shingler and Ellis Jenkins have both had severe knee injuries, and Aaron Shingler won't be back till March at the earliest. Ross Moriarty, he's had a concussion. He's only been out a month, but again, we'll see if he can return for the Dragons this week. Josh Navidi has done his knee in, but could be back at number 8 for Wales during the Six Nations, depending on fitness. You've got Moriarty, who... okay, if he comes back from that concussion, could play, and Seb Davies, who's actually been quite good since he came in. Also, Aaron Wainwright and Justin Tipperick are available, so there's a few options there. Thomas Young and Ollie Griffiths are fringe players who are also in the reckoning. However, you've got to look at that injury list. That's just the back row. That's not including at fly half, inside centre, outside centre, front row, second row, fullback, and wing. There's a lot of injury issues we've seen. Obviously, Lee Halfpenny has gone to see a consultant about his concussion issues and has been ruled out for the start of the Six Nations at least. That could be up to 8 weeks out. And now Taulupe Faletau has done his arm in, breaking the same arm for the second time in 4 months. That's a concern that this could be a long-term injury problem. Hopefully he's wrapped up, he's shut down for the season and prepared for the World Cup and is allowed to heal over the next 7-8 months, because 4 months back from a broken arm breaks it again. That says to me, not fully healed. So there's an issue with his arm. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to see a specialist, but it's a big loss. Yes, there are other players coming back from injury, and there's other players putting their hands up to be considered in the back row for Wales, but also you've got to remember that, you know, other players, Sam Warburton's had to retire, so that's a loss in that back row. That's again stretching the depth, and other players. You've got to look at the list of injuries, biceps and knees. There's a lot of knee injuries with Wales, and that's a concern. So there is a whole host of players who are not available right now for the back row for Wales. It's going to be interesting to see who Warren Gatland names as his starting back row at number 8 and both blindside and open side flank. It's going to be interesting to see who's fully fit. And it's going to see we'll also have to see what effect that has on Wales' scrum and forward play at the breakdown, rolling maul, line out, you name it. It will be very interesting to see how not only Faletau's injury but the other injuries and other players out affect Wales' back row and the team in general, because that's a big link between the scrum and the back line, through the number 8, through the blind side and open side flankers at the breakdown. It's going to be interesting to see who actually plays there. Warren Gatland, obviously this is his last Six Nations. I think he would rather do without these selection headaches. I think he would obviously want his strongest side available, especially in World Cup year. You want to have your strongest side available and then blood new players in and get them around the squad. He's having to put some of these younger, fresher players in, but possibly before they're ready and possibly before he feels they're ready. Yes, they've stood up rather well over the last 18 months and developed really, really well and developed some good combinations, but the concern is the injuries could hamper Wales going forward. But Faletau's out for the Six Nations, yet another injury blow for Warren Gatland and his preparations. They start their campaign against France on the 1st of February, so he's only got 2 weeks to figure out who his starting lineup's going to be. And with all these injuries piling up, that's a cause of concern going into the World Cup as well, because some of these injuries look quite long-term layoffs. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.